I have many priorities this year, but I think the most immediate priority has to be dealing with the cost of living crisis. We've watched all summer. People are suffering. Prices have been rising. Inflation has been soaring. We're now at 9.1% for the second month in a row. So this issue has to be dealt with because winter is coming, to coin a phrase, and teachers, like other workers, are really concerned about how they're going to heat their homes, light their homes, energy bills of all kinds, and food as well. Inflation is huge in regard to that. The second priority that I'd have, and this is a huge one, are the changes that the Minister proposed to senior cycle. I think this is going to dominate our year and maybe even longer, as it's a huge issue. The Minister, as we all know, announced her changes to senior cycle very abruptly on the 29th of March and did not include the voice of stakeholders, and there are problems around that. However, at the start of the school year, I think it's a really good idea if we just pause for a moment and remind ourselves as to what our policies are. The first policy is that we do not believe that we should assess our students for state certification. Second of all, we believe that if there are changes to be made, those changes should come out of independent and rigorous research, and the changes proposed should be appropriate to the Irish education system. We also need to remember that no change is possible unless it's properly resourced and unless it takes a proper account of teachers' current workload. I would absolutely urge new teachers starting their career to join the ASTI. It was one of the first things I did when I started my career. I actually think it was one of the most significant decisions that I made through the whole of my career. The ASTI is very, very strong on serving our members and on looking after our interests. The fact of the matter is that an awful lot of the improvements that were made over many years in terms and conditions of work for teachers were achieved by the ASTI. Any advances that have been made in education, ASTI has been at the heart of them. For example, the reduction of class contact times by 40 minutes every week, that's the result of ASTI negotiation. 2-year CIDs, that's the result of ASTI negotiation. Teachers are collegial. No group is more collegial than the ASTI, and I've met some of my best friends through my work in the ASTI over years. And finally, I think you should be in a trade union because you are a worker. And within the ASTI, there are so many structures encouraging you to come forward and make your voice heard, to influence policy, which in turn can influence government policy. So join us and let us hear your voice.